To the weather now and the icy grip it has on both the Canadian prairies and virtually all of the United States. In Alberta, snow and wind is causing near whiteout conditions in some places. In Manitoba, people awoke to crippling cold. We'll get to all that in a moment, but we begin south of the border, where the Northeast is now being battered with ice, as Robin Stickley reports.
The ice storm gripping much of the U.S. isn't done yet. Today, it's giving the Northeast a taste of gridlock and misery. One driver was killed in this interstate pileup in Wisconsin.
There's probably in excess of 7 semis and 30-plus vehicles.
Wow.
Video that goes on for almost 2 minutes shows the unending standstill in Milwaukee.
Next thing I knew, I looked up and just swerving through cars, dodging cars, and we ended up in the ditch.
In Texas, sheets of ice plunge from an apartment building.
Holy freaking moly.
Crushing this car on the street below. It's a mess on the ground and in the air. Thousands of flights canceled in Dallas forced passengers to camp out on cots.
I'm trying to see what I can do to get back home.
Downed trees in Virginia knocked out power to thousands. Beaches turned snow white on the East Coast. California's still hanging citrus crops are in trouble. And record snowfall in Philadelphia. But that didn't keep Eagles fans away.
Go Eagles!
A year's worth of snow, 22 centimeters in 24 hours.
He's got it.
Players got a face full.
I tell you, that looks fun.
Round 3, another blast, is headed for the Northeast tomorrow. And while some are adopting a can't beat 'em, so join 'em approach, by week's end, above freezing temperatures should put much of the country back on its feet. Robin Stickley, Global News, Washington.
When you wake up to this, you know it's a day to run, not walk. No time to stop.
Excuse me, can I ask you a quick question? We're just talking about the cold. Too cold?
Keep that face covered.
Oh, extremely cold.
Kind of commute.
The hair in your nostrils stick. It's hard to breathe. Yeah, just your whole body, your whole core is just frozen.
Along with her car. Minus 41 with the wind in Winnipeg. There was a 4-hour wait for roadside help Monday morning. The air more than a little brisk.
You know, I could call this the Tuktoyaktuk Turnpike.
Or the Siberian pipeline, except it's a few degrees warmer in some parts of Siberia.
So this cold air kind of gets here like a bad relative and it stays.
Much of Manitoba and Saskatchewan are locked in a deep freeze, although a freezer is several degrees warmer than this too. Minus 20 in Saskatoon, minus 34 with the wind. City officials said there was little they could do to prevent a 16-car pileup that closed one of its bridges Friday, another Saturday.
Salt is completely ineffective beyond minus 16 degrees Celsius. It has no effect beyond that.
At least there, traffic is moving. In Calgary's northeast, residents are still digging out from last week's blizzard. So the city is now offering free towing so it can start clearing.
That a lot of the snow drifted into the north, and then the cold temperatures, of course, ensured that the snow stayed exactly where it landed.
But where there is cold, there is always a positive perspective like this.
I've once been in minus 50 Fahrenheit. That's cold.
Rowan McNabb, Global News, Winnipeg.